Welcome to the Generational Yap podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Harmony.
And I am Sage, and this is the show where two perspectives, two eras, and two personalities come together and break down pop culture, nostalgia, and real life moments.
Let's yap, y'all. Do you want
Yes.
to tell the people how we met?
Well, we met at a Beyond the Blinds live show in
Shout out to
Cincinnati.
you all.
We love Kelly and Troy.
Yes, you guys are our favorite.
So I was trying to choose a seat, and for some reason, I just knew I needed to sit in this certain chair. I don't think I've talked to you about this.
No.
I had a strong feeling I got to sit right there. So it was the third row back on the end. And I looked over my shoulder and there you were. And I did a double take. I'm like, what's that on her shirt? And you were wearing your Clueless shirt and it was so
Yes.
cute. So that got us to talk.
And we kind of just vibed immediately. And it was just
Yeah.
a very natural conversation. Who knew that Beyond the Blinds and a Clueless t shirt would bring us to where we are today?
Well, they talk about this all the time on Beyond the Blinds, how people just meet and they just become fast friends. And it's just a wonderful show. And I'm very thankful for them.
Absolutely, I agree. And have loved meeting you, and I'm just
Yeah.
excited to continue to get to know you. And then I think another awesome thing about our podcast is you're listening to two people who are organically growing as friends, and you guys get the insight into that. So I love that for us.
I do too. And we have to kind of tell them how different we are too, because you're much younger than me.
Yes, so I will be 38 in December, just in a few weeks here.
Okay, good. Well, I am 49. So radically different generations, really.
Absolutely. But I think there's a bit of overlap there. So I'm
Yes.
excited to see kind of the moments where, hey, what did you feel when, I don't know, when you saw Madonna and Britney at the
My
VMAs?
gosh. Yes, that moment. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I will never forget that. I was like, wait a minute, what is happening? And then I remember them panning the camera to Justin Timberlake, and he looked not happy.
Think there was a collective gasp all throughout the
Yes.
whole world.
Yes. What do you feel about people seemingly forgot that Christina was also up there on that stage?
Was she?
Yeah, it was Madonna, Britney, and Christina, but all anybody talked about was Madonna and Britney.
Well, you have to understand that was a different time period beyond the fact that it's Britney and Madonna. That was a time period when coming out was not okay.
Yeah,
Kissing
absolutely.
in general, when you're a same sex couple, not okay. So that pushed the boundaries so much. I would argue it pushed it too much.
Yeah,
Even though we're both very open minded people,
absolutely.
did not ease into it. And I think the controversy may have backfired.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of dampened. It was another thing that they used to dampen Britney's career, I feel
Oh
like.
my gosh, one thing after another. That poor girl. You know, every once in a while, I just want to call her and say, "Hey, do you want to hang out? I'm a safe spot here." You know,
Do you want a hug? Like, Britney, we have hugs for you.
absolutely, I have hugs for her. And, we'll just eat some chips and salsa and just watch Netflix together. She needs a friend.
She really does. And I feel like in a lot of celebrities, I feel like they just have had these hanger-ons, these people who just say yes to them, who really
Yes.
actually don't care about their well-being at all. It's just like, what can I get out of you? What can you do for me?
Well, I think her father, or let's just say the estate in general, has orchestrated so many of these relationships. And I'm using that very loosely. Then let's also talk about Federline right now.
Oh,
He's
that man.
still riding her coattails. It's just like never going to end.
He is disgusting. Like, I have no
Yeah.
respect for that man at all. You are a grown man. Go do something for yourself. Stop relying on your ex-wife's money. This little voice note that you did of a audio book, you could have kept that. We don't want to hear from you.
No. If I read it, which chances are no, I'm going to get it used so he
Mhm.
doesn't get any of the money. It is so pathetic that he just keeps riding on her coattails and not giving her any peace at all.
Yeah, he's just I just regret that she ever met that man. Like, I know she's
Yeah,
thankful for her kiddos, so
sure.
I appreciate him for that, but other than that, he has just brought my girl down, and I don't like him.
Yeah, but that's the mother of his children. If he
Mhm.
really loved his kids, he would show her a little respect.
That's true. Absolutely.
So you can be divorced, it happens, that's fine. But if there's kids involved, grow up, have some emotional maturity, and show love for each other, even if it takes a lot of effort.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you're giving your kid that example, and do you want them to see their parents fighting and hating each other, or do you want your kid to see that, "Hey, matter what the differences between us, we're here for you, we love you."
That is how problems and families just keep perpetuating. You've got to heal those problems, and he has done nothing but perpetuate dysfunction.
Absolutely. Like, "Sir, please get into therapy. I love therapy. I recommend it for everybody.
Sure.
Please go see the therapist."
Right, but you cannot be taught if you're not humble. So I
Agreed.
don't know if he's even ready for therapy because you're going to have to actually admit that you have a problem.
That's true.
But, however, I'm agreeing with you. Therapy's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Sage, tell the people,
Yes.
what are some hobbies that
Uh,
you have? What do you like to do?
I'm actually in grad school right now, so there's very little time for hobbies, but I'm really big into weightlifting.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, yeah, 5 days a week. And, well, you work out too, right?
Yep. So I work out at a place called Hot Works.
What kind of workouts do you do?
So the concept here with Hot Works is it's virtual instructors inside of a sauna. So there's very different types of classes. So there's like Pilates, bar, yoga, hot cycle, hot thunder, hot stretch. And at the location I go to, most of the time I'm actually in the sauna by myself, but the saunas are made to fit up to 3 people. And it's 24 hours a day. So you can go, you just book and go anytime.
Well, that is so awesome. So you're
Mhm.
sweating your butt off.
Yeah, you must stay hydrated.
Yeah, yeah. So I also am I don't know if you know this about me or not. Involved in Dungeons and Dragons.
My boyfriend loves Dungeons and Dragons.
Does well, I'm not really the person who normally would do this, but my son wanted to do it, and then the dungeon master was like, "Hey, I could really use another one, preferably an adult." So I got kind of roped into it, but now I'm like, it's really a thing with me now.
I
Now,
love that. Do you guys meet like one time a week or how
we
often?
do once a week. Now, let it be known I'm not good. Okay. So, whenever they know this, they're very patient with me. Whenever creating a character or a situation, they help me and they know I'm like not into spell casting. I'm more into like the basics. So, they have pity.
I'm glad they work with you
Yeah.
and that you're having fun because that's what it's about.
Well, what else do you do?
So I love silent discos, which people
What?
either love them or they think they're the weirdest thing ever.
I need to know. I don't understand. What is that?
Silent discos. Okay, so basically you go to a venue, and everybody has on these headphones. Typically, there's 3 different stations, so it's usually like a red, blue, and green. The green might be 80s music, the red might be 90s music, and then the blue might be thousands music. So
Okay.
everybody in the venue has these headphones on, and you're literally just dancing like nobody is watching because people are focused on them. But the most amazing part to me is when you look out and you can tell that everybody is actually vibing out to the same song and that everybody's headphones are red and it's like I'm sharing this moment with these people I'm not even talking to. It's just I don't know, it's just so fun.
That sounds like an amazing event.
Absolutely. I am actually going with some friends for my birthday coming up. There's a
Okay.
90s and you know how I love my 90s. There's a
You
90s
know I do
themed
too.
one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so I'll report back.
oh, definitely. And now have you heard about I know you're not much of a TikTok person, but I am. You know I am. So
Yes.
there's this place in Marion, Ohio, which is like 2 hours north of me. And it's I think his handle on TikTok is brunch please. He opened this Italian restaurant and it was not doing well. So
Mhm.
he had this great idea of having brunch, but not just brunch, brunch with just women.
I
So
love that.
now they're sold out. So they're sold out, I think, through March. So these
Wow.
women are like dancing on tables and, they're like got props, like air guitar props or like big sunglasses or microphones. And these women are all like singing. It's kind of like generic songs like Taylor Swift songs or stuff, but it's stuff that everybody knows basically. So
Yes.
straight up pop. But it's like a packed room full of women drinking, singing, and just having fun. I think that sounds like a great event that you would like.
I would love that. And I tell you what, there's this thing in Louisville called Rec and Bingo. So you're playing bingo, but each square is a song. So when people are playing, people are like filling out the squares. We're all singing the music. I'm such a
Yeah.
musical person. So I would absolutely love that brunch.
I also want to shout out the fact that you said Louisville, which is the correct pronunciation of the
Thank you.
city. So thank you for that.
Anytime. It took me a while. I have lived in where I live now for, oh my goodness, 15 years.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it took me a while to pronounce it correctly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I hear people call it Louisville, and I'm like, what the hell is Louisville?
Yeah, that like irks my nerves when I hear that. I'm like, ew, is this what I used to say also? And it
Yeah.
probably was.
Probably so. Yeah. Yeah.
You live and you learn.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Speaking of music,
Yeah.
any songs that have kind of been stuck in your head?
The No Doubt song, Just a Girl. Well, that's why it's stuck in my head because it's on the movie that we watched.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, such a classic song. No
Yeah.
doubt is actually they're at the Sphere next year in Vegas.
Heard that they were touring again.
Yeah.
Well, now the rumor is, now this is just a rumor, so allegedly,
Allegedly.
that Blake and Gwen are not doing well.
Well, I will say this. I was always confused about how they got together in the first place
I
because
know.
he just does not seem like her type. So threw me for a loop.
And it goes way beyond the type of music, okay? Because that's very general. They just, as individuals,
Yes,
no. I mean, I know men like him, and they're the kind that always have shit on their boots.
absolutely.
I don't understand how she, who seems a little bit more sophisticated, could
Yes.
go for that.
Same, and she seems more just even politically, I thought she was probably more progressive.
No, 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 no. I think you might be incorrect about that. But I mean, I'm not saying that you are, but perhaps.
Yeah.
She's a very conservative Catholic
I did not know that about her.
to the extreme. Yeah. Yeah. So I think she might have some of that throwback to her raising. Um,
Okay.
yeah, just a thought.
I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on Miss Gwen.
I know, but what about you? Have you had any songs stuck in your head?
So I have been stuck on, and I feel like everybody has been, there's been two songs,
Okay.
newer one and an older one.
Yeah.
So one is Man I Need by Olivia Dean. I feel like
Okay.
everybody is kind of stuck on her.
Mhm.
It's just when I hear that song, I just wanna dance. It's such a feel-good song.
Great. Yeah.
And she's actually going on tour next year. So me and my friend are gonna go try to see her in Denver, crossing my fingers, about
Oh.
Ticketmaster and the presale on Tuesday, because it's always a fight. That's a hot mess. And then the other song that has been stuck in my head is How Do I Live by Leanne Rimes. It came out in, like, 1997.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when that song came out, I was 10.
Wow. I was in college or high school. If I was in high school, it was later. Let's see. What year did you say? 97?
1997.
College years. Now, am I wrong in thinking there was somebody else who sang that song about the same time?
It was, I wanna say Trisha Yearwood?
You are right. I like her voice so much.
It's very good.
but she hasn't put anything out in forever.
No, I haven't heard a song from her in which like country music is not really my thing. I do
Right.
love Shania Twain. That's my
Oh,
girl.
yeah, yeah,
When she says, "Let's go, girls," I just want to kick down a door.
of course. And when she
So,
talks about men's shirts and short skirts, I'm like,
yes,
that was such a vibe back then.
absolutely. I love Shania. Shout out to Shania.
Country music's changed. It
It
has
has.
changed in a very toxic way.
Mhm.
I don't particularly like new country. Well, I gotta tell you, I like none of the new country that's on the radio.
I don't even listen to radio music.
I don't either. I think radio is just dead. But Tyler Childers, shout out to another Kentuckian because, I love my Kentuckians. He is awesome as a person, as an artist, but most importantly, as a lyricist.
Ooh.
Are you familiar?
Heard of him, but I'm not gonna lie, I can't tell you I've listened to any of his music.
Well, he's a little wacky on his latest album, and he's got like a lot of metaphors. So you kind of have to like know him. I would not start out on his latest album, but the one he did in COVID, it's a really good one. It's
Listen, I'll listen to anything once.
right. It's straight up Kentucky now. Okay. It is. So it's not necessarily one you're going to go jam out to. I mean, there's a few. There's one on his new album. Oh, I challenge you to listen to this Eating
Ooh,
Big Time.
eating big time.
Now, that's the one with a lot of metaphors. It's actually about the government keeping the little man down, but at face
Ooh,
value, you would not think that's it. And in the last verse, there's a reference that people think is to Beyonce.
really?
So you let me know. If you listen to it and let me know if you think it's a Beyonce shout out. His wife, by the way, who's also a singer, Lady May, she loves Beyonce. So I think that might be accurate.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it and I will report back.
Yeah, well, he's an extremely liberal man, right? I mean, he was an advocate for Andy Bashir, and he does like a lot of healing Appalachia concerts, which are for
Oh,
drug addiction and stuff. So he's just an amazing person.
love that. And I love because the population of people who are addicted, they really do get treated so badly. And it makes me sad because at the end of the day, they are still humans and they
That's
need
right.
help.
Yeah. Now, it is not my calling to help the people with substance abuse. As a social worker, that is just not me. Okay. But I can tell you that even the people who are addicted, they're creations of God. So we must
Absolutely.
respect that. Yeah.
I full on agree with you there. Right. Well, now that we've told the people a little bit about us, should we get into our deep dive?
Well, I was so excited about this. Yes, let's do it.
Yes. Okay. So we thought it would be perfect since a Clueless t shirt kind of brought us together.
Oh,
Our first deep dive to be about that iconic movie, Clueless,
it came out in 1995.
which is when I was rewatching it this week,
Yeah,
my mind was blown.
I know.
And then I still, to this day, when Cher goes to pick out her clothes on the computer and it matches, to
Yeah.
this day, I still want that.
Oh, I think I told you I was at a thrift store the other day. I'm not a big thrifter, but my son wanted to go. There was this yellow short skirt with blue and purple plaid. I should have sent you a picture because, that is Clueless right there. That's the 90s. I mean,
I
can
would
we
love
talk
that.
about plaid?
Yes.
It's coming back. Thank God it's
I
coming
love a
back.
little plaid.
Absolutely. Like on a skirt, like a pencil skirt, and then you have a little nice sweater. Oh, yeah. These clothes were awesome.
I agree. And bell bottoms, I used to love to keep me a pair of bell bottoms in the closet.
I'm way too short for that. I've got to like be careful that things don't wear me. So, but much respect to those people who can wear those.
Absolutely. And then I remember having the little chokers that everybody would wear.
Yeah, but do you also remember having overalls that were dressy, like corduroy and dressy?
Yes, I remember that.
I love those. Oh my
Those
gosh. I
were
mean, I can't do
a
it
good time.
nowadays. Yeah, they were. And you wore them with chunky shoes.
Mhm.
My gosh.
I feel like during that time there was a lot more fashion risks versus what we have today. Because I feel like today when I go in the store, like every shirt is a crop top, and I work
Yeah,
in a corporate setting. I need a
yeah.
full T-shirt, please.
So I go on Mercari all the time to get my clothes, not
Oh,
because I
okay.
like shopping. I really do not like shopping at all. I want to stress that. However, I'm with you. I've got to look professional. And I guess the fact that we're adults now
Yes.
contributes to this, but I don't want I usually wear like boho shirts. Even they are too short right now. So I have to go on Mercari and get the old timey, old navy boho shirts. It's a
I love Old
thing.
Navy.
Well, I like Old Navy, but it seems like their online presence is a lot better than their stores.
I agree. When I go into the store, I don't find many options, but when I get online, I find my
Yeah,
whole wardrobe there. Like, I feel like, I don't know, half of my wardrobe might come from Old Navy.
sure. And I was there the other day and they've brought back the 90s.
Ooh, okay.
They're yeah,
I need to
you need
go
to
look.
go. The matter of fact, they have like a lot of browns and beiges. Have you noticed the 90s had a lot of those colors?
Mhm.
Yeah. And I know you haven't watched Gilmore Girls yet, but you're going to love that too. So put that on your list, okay?
Okay, I will put it on there.
But I like the fact that Cher and Dion were named after singers that have, infomercials.
Yes. I love that, and I just love their friendship in general. But first off, I wanna know, Cher, how could you not recognize that Elton's old creepy behind wanted to get with you? He was not interested in Ty, he wanted you.
I know. She, though, was so blind about some things. I don't know if it's because she was so in love with herself, maybe.
Yeah.
One of the things I was gonna talk to you about when it first starts and it's so, like, bubblegum cliche,
Yes.
and she said, like, "I know it looks like a Noxzema commercial." Is anybody even using Noxzema still?
Are they even in production anymore? And I
I don't
remember
know.
growing up in high school, I did use Noxzema, and I
Oh
can't
my
tell you
gosh,
last
yeah.
time I saw them in the store if they are there.
I tell you, I have teenagers, and they are so blessed to have the zit control that they have nowadays because
Yes.
it was an ordeal and it was a failing ordeal to just minimize what we had. But they are over there with their pimple patches. Like their
They're
faces look
so
like,
cute.
oh, they look like they're filtered all the time. Like their faces are so cute. So, yeah, I mean, we were struggling with the Noxema and the Strongyne and those oxy pads.
Proactive.
Yeah, it just never worked.
It really never did.
So I'm going to guess that Noxema is probably not in business, and if they are, I don't know what they're doing.
I'm gonna have to look them up and see what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So that was one of the throwbacks. I'm like, yeah, that has aged really funny.
The other part that I love that I say to myself often from that movie, so when Cher calls her dad when she's at the party, and she needs a ride, and her dad's like, "Everywhere in the valley takes 20 minutes to get to." I feel like in Louisville, also everywhere takes 20 minutes to get to. So I
Okay,
feel like that line is always in my head, and
it's funny.
yeah, it's just weird. That line has stuck with me. And then when Ty's over there having dinner and her father's like immediately like, "Get out of my chair."
Well, I was going to tell you that I love her dad. Now, I
Yes,
think this is me watching it as an adult, but man, did he play that part well.
he did.
I mean, like all his toes in, he did that so well. He was made for that part. And he said, "You divorce wives, not children."
Yes.
That was a good one.
That was huge.
Yes. Yeah.
He was
So,
dropping some knowledge. He hardworking man.
yeah, exactly right. No, I loved him. I thought he was great. And
Yeah.
he knew Josh and Cher were going to be together. Did you see his little facial expressions?
Yes.
Yeah. How in the world did he know that? Because it was not clear in the beginning.
Not at all, too, because I always thought they were gonna be more, this might be a hot take, a
Uh,
brother and sister. I did not see or did I want them to get together at the end of the movie.
really?
Yeah, it's just I get that their parents had been married and were divorced, not related by blood at all, but I feel like because
Sure.
that relationship existed, for me in my mind, I can't get past it.
Well, I'm gonna have to take a little moment here and tell you what happened to my small hometown. There was this family that had, like, who's of foster kids. Bless their hearts, they were doing the Lord's work, taking in all these kids, most of them Black because, the Black kids don't get adopted and fostered like they should. So bless them
Yeah.
for doing that. But they had, older kids too, and a boy and a girl started dating. And they were not related in any way. They were just 2
Right.
foster kids from different situations. They got married. They did. Well, the wedding announcement in the small town paper, okay, was like so and so would like to introduce the marriage of their children. It was different. It was so tastefully done.
Okay,
So
good.
kudos to them for doing that. But yeah, I actually know that somebody who did that.
Aw.
But I can see there was an initial ick in
Yeah.
the whole town when it happened. But then everybody was like, well, it makes sense. There's no blood there.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling Cher's father and that wife were not married for very long.
No, and I feel like Josh obviously has blended in more with Cher's family and would have rather spent time with them than his mom and that new stepdaddy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I mean, Paul Rudd is still beautiful to this day.
Absolutely, he is. Some people age well.
Yes, I feel like that movie's been out, what, 30 years now?
My gosh, I'm so old. Yes.
And I feel like Paul has only aged maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
He's doing something right in his life.
Makes you wonder. I bet he does yoga, something like that.
He doesn't let anybody disturb his peace.
That's it. That's it. That's the key to aging well.
Absolutely. And staying hydrated, drink your water, and mind your business.
That's right. Well, can we talk about the fact that Cher had an awesome attitude towards guys?
She did.
Yeah. Envious, really.
And I feel like, especially with that time frame, a lot of movies taught women to dumb yourself down and be an idiot to get a man's attention. And Cher was not, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be myself and you're going to either accept it or you're not.
I loved it. It was like feminism before feminism was cool.
Yes,
So I thought she did a great job of that. The writers, they really just nailed that.
they really did. That's definitely a movie I could watch at any time over and over again and just see something new that maybe you didn't see the last time you watched it.
I know, and I know they painted her as silly, stupid, but the
Yeah,
girl was smart
absolutely.
and kind, very kind and considerate. And matter of
Super.
fact, when she was giving her speech about, I think, which is so timely at this point,
It
it
is.
she said, "It does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty."
And does not.
It does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty, so I think we could, second that.
Absolutely. I think we could all learn a little bit from Cher in that manner.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, Mr. Hall,
Yes.
talking about a man who doesn't age, he was in also, Young Sheldon.
Not Young Sheldon, but my parents, I think my dad watches that show.
It's a funny one.
Yeah. Because they
It
loved
is so
Big
funny.
Bang Theory.
Yeah, yeah. This is like an autistic kid before autism was a thing. So it was really
Hmm.
funny. But yeah, that's a character that's on that show. And he looks the same as he did back then.
I love that.
Hmm.
He also is just out here being kind, I imagine, and doing good things.
Well, he said in Clueless, he said, tolerance is always a good lesson.
Yes.
So he's just an amazing person, I think.
I love it. And I love that at the end of the movie, him and the lady teacher, I cannot remember her name. I love
I
that they got
think
married.
Miss Geist, I think is her
Miss
name.
Dice, yes. They're just happier, lighter versions of themselves.
They were making out by the car. You remember seeing that?
Yes, and then she's, like, using her hip to try to get her car door open.
Yes.
So good.
And it's all orchestrated by Cher and
Dion.
Dion. Yes, Dion. Yeah.
And then I love the fact that because the teachers were happy, everybody's grades are better. So Cher's like walking out with her Diet Coke into a standing ovation.
I mean, basically, they're getting laid for the first time in a long time.
And they're like, you know what? You get an A, you get an A, you get an A.
That is so true. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's
Yes.
talk about the PE teacher.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I love that actor or actress. I think that character was overlooked the first couple times many years ago when I watched it,
Yes.
but I know it's cliche, but it's cliche for a reason.
Yes, it is. Agreed.
I mean, we all know a gym teacher who's like that. I had a gym teacher who's like that.
I did too. I don't remember their name, but I remember they were very much like that character.
Yeah, I mean, they were I remember hearing that on the weekend they shingled their house, and I was like, "Man, that's pretty badass."
Yeah, because I could not shingle a house. I remember, listen, I've volunteered with Habitat for Humanity,
Good.
and I remember being up on a roof, which I'm afraid of heights, so I don't even know how I did this. But I'm up there like nailing stuff on the roof, and this is just for a day. I'm like, people do this all the time.
Well, it's hard work, and she was always getting
Absolutely.
on to us about our core strength.
Mhm.
I mean, heck, if you can carry those shingles up there and do all that, then you must have some core strength.
Absolutely, because I feel like I could carry one shingle and maybe pass out.
Yeah, yeah. Gosh, yes. How are the malls where you live? And I ask you this because malls are closing around the country.
Oh yeah.
But in the movie and in the 90s, that was the hangout.
I used to love me a mall.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't tell you the last time that I've been in a mall to actually shop. I'm very much like an online shopper, and
Okay.
even if it comes from the mall, I'm doing curbside pickup.
Really? So
Yes.
you don't want that experience anymore.
No, I'm just over it. The last time I went to the mall, in fact, was to do a workout there. Actually,
Okay.
that's the last 2 times I went to the mall was to do a workout.
Well, it used to be a third space. I mean, you would hang
Mhm.
out with your friends, whether it's nowadays a Starbucks, but you had the food court
Oh, yep.
and you just had something to do. And I feel like we've lost that. And I'd love to bring it back. If not for us adults, for the kids, that would be wonderful. But malls around here are closing up.
Yeah, our mall is so we have 2 malls. So there's the Oxmoor and there's the St. Matthews Mall, and I feel like when I drive by them, they're always packed, so they're still definitely getting traffic.
Okay. Now, the one in Dayton, Ohio, and there's one now in Huntington, Ohio, Huntington, West Virginia. I mean, they have like Dave and Buster's, and
Okay, yeah.
the one in Dayton has I forget what it's called. But it's like a Korean Dave and Buster's, and you have to have those, or else the whole mall dies.
The St. Matthews Mall has Dave& and Buster's in there.
Okay, that works. I think we don't have enough money. I think is what it is. As a society, we're broke.
Yes, absolutely. My god.
So shopping in a mall, I guess, is not really that enticing anymore. But,
Mm-mm.
if you have somewhere like Dave& and Buster's, it works. But Clueless, the mall was their safe spot.
They love the mall and just, like, driving around just to drive around. I'm sorry, gas doesn't gas the way it used to, so I'm certainly not doing that.
I used to do that every weekend, which
Yeah.
is so crazy now. Like, there's no fun in that. I don't even like to drive anymore.
Can't stand driving, and I actually was a late bloomer when it comes to getting my license. I didn't get my
Okay.
license until I was, like, 23.
Oh, that is late. Now, my kids are not allowed to get their license until they're 17. They can start at 16, but the law is, well, you can start here at 15. And I'm
Wow.
just, that is way too much, like too
Yeah,
early.
that's young.
And I've also told my kids, like, take years of learning. Don't just think, oh, I've got my license. I can go do anything. I can drive in Columbus or Cincinnati. No, you need to realize that you're not going to be an experienced driver for a very long time.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
still sometimes I'm driving and I'm, "Oh my god, I hope I" like, roundabouts still get me.
Oh, we have so many of them here. Oh my goodness. Yes.
They bring me so much anxiety, I hate them, and I also hate making, like, left turns. I will
Okay.
much rather make a right and
Yeah,
do a U-turn and go to the light to make the left.
absolutely. But see, you're doing urban driving, so I'm doing rural behind a Amish buggy kind of driving.
Ooh, okay, yeah, very different.
It's different. You got to dodge the buggies and the deer.
Yes,
Occasionally, well, I know every Friday I have to go to Charleston, West Virginia, but I try to stay away from the cities. Thank God for Amazon.
they have everything. Even though I'm sick of Jeff Bezos getting all the money
That's
to do
right.
all the things.
And pro union here. Support
Yes,
the people.
yes.
Yeah, if there could be like an alternative to Amazon, if anybody's listening, if you can make that, that'd be great.
Yes, and when Amazon originally started out, it was meant to be a good thing, and
Yes,
then
it
it just
was.
got so corporate and just out of control, and it is what it is now.
Corporations are going to corporate. That's all they
Yep,
do.
that
Hey,
is it.
you were talking about driving around for fun as a
Mhm.
teenager. I used to do that every Friday night, and the song we would listen to was Good Vibrations by Marky Mark.
Such a good vibration. Sorry for you guys to have to hear my voice.
To this day, that man looks good.
Listen, Marky Mark
My gosh.
has aged very, very well.
I saw that video, like, when I was younger, watching the video. I thought it was, like, almost pornographic how good it was.
Yeah,
I mean, he was an underwear model.
he was. Do you know that he used to have a third nipple?
Oh my gosh, you're ruining my fantasy here.
Well, he got it removed.
Oh my gosh. Where was it? I have to now ask this. Was it, like, symmetrical?
Have never, you know what? I'm gonna use my phone to look up a picture of it now because I've never actually looked at. I just
I'm
read
not
all the stories
looking it
about
up.
it.
I just want you to tell me where it was, 'cause I don't want to have that vision in my head. It's already somewhat there, thank you.
I'm
But
sorry.
I mentioned this because they mentioned him in the movie in a very snarky way. I don't know if you caught that or not. They referenced
Hmm.
him dropping his drawers or something like that. Of course, Marky Mark was an underwear model.
Yep. My gosh. Okay, so I already have to do a corrections corner here.
What is it? Only 2 nipples?
No, he has a third. The other one was not removed.
You mean to tell me he still has it? He's got all this money and he's got 3 nipples.
Yeah, it says the extra nipple falls into category 6, meaning it lacks an areola.
I hope that he's tattooed over it or something.
Mm-mm. It's when you look pictures up, it kind of looks like a mole on his chest.
Okay.
Yeah. He's relaxed about it. He said it's another body part.
Well, I'm just gonna throw that in the back corners of my mind. Put the
You're
lid on
like,
that
"That's in
box.
a box that I will
Yeah.
never open up again. Thank you."
Oh my gosh. Hey, I know you were much younger than me back when this movie came out, but I must talk about the fact that in the 90s, women were starving themselves. As a
Absolutely.
society, we were taught to have a flat ass
Mhm.
and just, the abs that were extremely flat, tall and skinny was a thing.
Mhm.
And I remember in high school, this is a shame, by the way, nobody should be like this. But in high school, I was running miles a day because I was in track. But if I heard my stomach grumble because it was hungry,
Mhm.
I was like, yes, come on, burn some of that fat. And that is such an unhealthy way of living. And of course,
It
we
really
didn't really know about nutrition back then.
no.
So, yeah, we were all a society, women anyway, were pretty much starving ourselves. Thank God we are in a more body positive era where it's about
Yeah.
fitness and health.
Amen. And then just speaking of that era in general, when you were in school, did you guys ever watch, I don't remember the name of the movie, but there was a movie that we watched in health class about this girl who would throw up in jars and she would hide them in her bedroom.
I know, have not seen
Yeah.
that one.
So that was like our introduction into bulimia is her throwing up in these jars and hiding them in her closet, in her bedroom closet.
Oh my gosh. Well, I wanna refer back to therapy. If you have something like that, therapy,
Yes.
definitely, because
Absolutely.
there's no shame in therapy. But as a
There
society,
listen,
we have gotten better.
everybody needs therapy.
Everybody needs therapy. That's right. We've all got something.
Absolutely. And I do love that everything is more, for the most part, things are more body positive. But let me tell you what, I will never forgive people for bullying Nelly Furtado into not touring anymore because y'all talked about her body so bad.
I'm
I
so
will
sorry
I
for
will
her.
never forget bedroom closet.
Oh my gosh. Well, I want to refer back to therapy. If you have something like that, therapy,
Yes.
definitely, because
Absolutely.
there's no shame in therapy. But as a
There
society,
listen,
we have gotten better.
everybody needs therapy.
Everybody needs therapy. That's right. We've all got something.
Absolutely. And I do love that everything is more, for the most part, things are more body positive. But let me tell you
Yeah.
what, I will never forgive people for bullying Nelly Furtado into not touring anymore because y'all talked about her body so bad.
I'm
I
so
will
sorry
I
for
will
her.
never forgive people for that.
You know how I said I want to give Brittany a hug? I
Yes.
also want to give her a hug and tell her I'm sorry and that
Yes.
she can actually have the body of a woman. And a woman's body, typically, not all, but typically, they're round and squishy.
Yes. And
And that's
Nelly
okay.
looks amazing and she's amazing. So hugs for you, Nelly.
That's right. And I hope there comes a time when we just don't judge like that. Do you remember we as a society judged Jessica Simpson with those mom jeans?
They ate Jessica Simpson down so bad and still do.
They do. And I feel like she might have a disorder, and I feel like society might have caused that for her. And again, I just kind of like to tell her that you can be a woman. I mean,
Absolutely.
she's always been big on top. She's always
Mhm.
had some hips.
Yeah.
And that picture of her wearing those mom jeans before mom jeans were a thing, she was not fat. They were just unattractive jeans.
It's just the way people have made women feel about their bodies in general. You're too skinny, you're too fat, you're this, you're that. It's like you can't win. Just like Lizzo, when she was bigger, she's too fat. Now that she's lost weight, she's getting too skinny. It's just like, how about you let people regulate their own bodies and stay out of their freaking business?
You know, one thing I'm working on, and I'm working on this with my kids and other people I meet, is like whenever I see somebody I haven't seen in a long time, like my nephew, I'm going to see him here and I haven't seen him in years. I am not going to comment on his body. And this goes even to little kids. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're a big girl or oh, you look like your mom.
Yes,
Enough with that. Enough with the
absolutely.
superficial. We have got to get in the habit of not talking about people's bodies.
Absolutely. Oh, you're so smart or you're so
Yeah.
educated. There's just other things that you can say to people.
Yeah, and those attributes like being smart, educated, thoughtful, they're actually more important than her body.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, you never know what somebody's going through because look at Chadwick Boseman. People were making fun of that man and he was sick and he ended up passing away. And everybody was tearing this man down for the way he looked and he was fighting a private battle that nobody knew
Yeah.
about it and you just never know what somebody's going through.
But we also have to mention, because I think this is forgotten often, men also have body image issues.
Yes.
And we do have to realize that as a society, it's not okay to bully men. I don't think women do it so often to men. I think it's more of guys joking with themselves, but that's not okay either.
No, because especially if you're a man and you're trying to work out and maybe your legs are skinnier than you've got other guys telling you you skip leg day. That
Yeah.
man is trying the best he can. Leave him alone.
Well, I think there's now a thing where men think that women only want tall men. And, like I'm 5 foot. So anybody taller than 5 foot is tall to me, right? But there are some women out there who want short kings.
Oh,
That's right. So don't get hung up on the height.
absolutely. Like what's on the inside of that person?
Yeah,
That's what truly matters.
that's right. Yeah.
So shout out to our short kings too.
Love a short king. Yes. Well, did you notice they were reading maps on Clueless?
Oh my gosh, yes. In my mind, I can't believe we used to print out MapQuest directions and read them while you're driving. So
Yes.
unsafe.
Well, you have to understand that when you're talking about MapQuest, that was a new technology. I know you are
Mhm.
young and everything, but That was like a, "Oh my gosh, can you believe we can do this?" Before
Yeah.
then, it was a Rand McNally map.
And my dad has maps, so I have never used a map personally, but I remember my dad having them in the truck.
I can't remember where we went, it was recent, and my son got, like, a brochure map, and he's 13, and he was gonna put it together, and he was trying to fold it, and I was like, "Sweetie, no, give it to me." He didn't even know how to fold the thing.
A lot of things are just lost art. I remember when I was in college, so this has been a while because I graduated college in 2010,
Yeah.
but I was an RA and one of my residents asked me like how to address a letter on an envelope.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Okay.
and things are just lost arts and the kids now aren't learning calligraphy.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just how much more are we going to lose as, as we continue in this life?
It was gonna make the people who do learn it experts.
Actually, yes.
So my 13-year-old, he has autism and he's extremely, extremely smart. Okay. So
Yes.
he's like a high functioning autistic person. And I'm sorry, person with autism. That's the correct way of saying it. And he wants to be a historian, which quite
Aw.
frankly, he already is one. He's like so smart. But I've told him, honey, you're going to have to learn cursive because our founding documents are in cursive. So
Mhm.
you're going to have to be the one who has the knowledge for everybody else.
He's gonna have to be the keeper of all the calligraphy secrets.
Yes.
I
Oh
love
my gosh,
that.
that's so true. Hey, did you pick up
Yes.
a long time ago when you were watching Clueless and you saw Christian? You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about, right? Did you
Yes.
pick up on the fact that he was gay?
Did not at
Me
all
neither.
until that scene where Murray is in the car saying, like, Barbara Streisand, all the things. My little Jason Priestley? No way. But I also love that a
No,
guy
I
like
didn't
Murray
pick it up.
didn't have an issue with that at all.
True. Now, when you watched it this last time, did you think he was wearing makeup?
Christian?
Did you not notice it?
I didn't notice it. Maybe a little blush. I feel like his cheeks were a little red.
Okay. It just kind of stood out like the eyeliner and etc. So if you ever rewatch it, kind of look for that. Maybe
I
I'm
have to go back
wrong.
and look for that. Now, I
Yeah.
will say very clearly when they're at the little party and Christian is dancing with the men, you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
he's not really interested in Cher.
Well, I didn't think he was interested in Cher, but I didn't make the connection that he was gay.
Yeah.
That's on me because it was pretty obvious.
Yeah. When you go back and watch it, oh, yeah, Christian was. But I love that at the end of it all, they were still friends and they still hung out and, they just got to know each other as people.
That's true. I mean, we could all learn a lot from that, right?
Absolutely. Just be accepting of people. Christian was a good person. I don't care that he was gay at all.
Not at all. No. So Cher, in relation to Christian, said, he dresses better than me. What would I bring to the relationship?
Yes, she did say that.
Yeah. And so that brought me back to my friends and I talking about relationships. And, we're busy moms working and everything. And so our looks are not the focus of our lives. I mean, we try to be healthy and clean, but there's no makeup here. And
Listen, listen, Linda. I agree.
I know. So we have a friend who says, I want to be the pretty one in the relationship. So we don't want these men who are all like, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, all preoccupied with their looks.
Right. Like, when do they still use the term, and is it okay to use the term metrosexual?
Think it's okay to use that? I don't know. I
Okay.
have not heard anything. And I don't know if they use it anymore. I haven't heard it in a long time, but I know exactly what you're talking about. So,
Yes.
you know how men have jeans that are sometimes bedazzled on the butt? You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's what we were talking about. We want a guy who wears regular jeans,
Yes.
because the bar for us is really low. We just don't want you to look better than us.
That is fair enough. I need to have something. I also too, at this point in COVID, actually kind of did this to me. I used to face full of makeup going into work every single day. And then COVID, you have to wear your mask. And after that, I don't put on makeup every day. You might see me with lipstick, but
Yeah.
that's it.
No, that's what got it for me too, and it was I was never really big on it, but I used to do some eyeliner and some mascara and BB cream, and now I really don't care.
Yes, not at all.
Yeah, my level of not caring is out of this world.
It is I care there's certain things that I care about, but as far
Yeah,
as my appearance goes, as long as I'm showered and I look put
yes.
together, that is fine. I'm not one of the girlies that enjoys wearing heels, so I don't wear them
No.
anymore. I don't
No,
pretend that I
I don't
enjoy
wear
that
them either.
experience.
Now, I will tell you, come hell or high water, every 3 weeks, I will dye my hair because, I have very dark hair, so the gray is, like, shining through it at 3 weeks. So, there is that thing, but other than that, no, I'm pretty low maintenance.
Now listen, I will every 4 weeks I go and get my eyebrows waxed. That's kind of my
Yes.
thing to myself.
Yeah.
And once a month, me and my mom get a facial together. That's our mom-daughter date. So
Well,
I
that's
love
good.
that we do that. But other than that, I don't have to, have the long nails and the long lashes. Now, kudos to whoever has that, because if it works for you, boo, do you. And I love to see them on people.
No, it's not really my thing. Right, and I would look weird with nails like that. Now, my son is dating a girl who's an amazing nail tech, and she does, like, art on nails, and kudos to people who can do that too. But I'm just, I'm just kinda plain, really.
And now I do have all the nail stuff to do my own nails, and I am trying to learn that just because I feel when I don't have nails, my fingers look like my dad's. Have a little short nail on them just to feel more
Yeah,
feminine on that aspect, but I
yeah.
wanna save money, so I'm actively trying to learn how to do them myself.
I know, I know. Now, in the spring, I had this thing where I don't like wearing shoes, spring or summer. I mean, if I could do that year round, I would, but I do get a pedicure just because if you're gonna be looking at my toes, I want them to look clean anyway, right?
Yes, I in fact, because we're going on vacation, I just went and got a pedicure this weekend.
Okay.
And I tell you what, I don't love shoes. If I could be bare feet 24/7 all the time, I would. Allegedly, I used to throw my shoes out the window when my parents were driving as a kid. Yep.
Well, that says something.
Yeah, so then they put the child locks on me, which rightfully so.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. If I can go barefoot, I would. Definitely.
It's just I just feel grounded and I don't know,
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah, definitely. Did you notice they made fun of Kentucky in the end of Clueless? Did you catch
Wait a
that?
minute. Remind me of that.
Well, it's when Miss Geist and Mr. Hall were getting married, and you kind of think at first it's her and Josh getting married.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm only 16. This is not Kentucky or something like that.
Yes, she did say that.
Yeah.
I totally missed that.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I liked it until that part.
Kentucky catching strays.
I know. I know. We really don't do that in Kentucky. So,
Yes, absolutely not.
yeah. So, do you think it's a timeless movie?
Think so, because I feel Clueless also gives me very much Mean Girls, and I feel there will always be this generation of young girls that finds that movie and relates to it. And even, me as a almost 38-year-old woman, I still enjoy Clueless.
Now, I must mention that I have not seen Mean Girls. I
Okay,
know.
I'm adding that to our list.
Yes, put it down. Definitely.
Yes,
But I do think it's a timeless movie. Even though there's funny things that are definitely 90s related,
absolutely.
it really is relevant.
It is, and I love a movie that's kind of focused on female friendships and finding yourself.
Oh, I know. I know. And, props to Cher for just having that confidence.
Yes.
And you're right. She was building up. What's the girl's name?
Hi.
Yeah, she was building her up. And how often do we see that with women? Not enough.
Especially in Hollywood, I feel like the system is just set up for women to hate each other. Why? We need to get along.
Well, at the podcast we went to, the live Beyond the Blinds, they were
Yes.
talking about the female feuds.
Mhm.
The Christina versus the Britney and et cetera, et cetera. And
Yeah.
I think the industry thinks that we as females want that. We
No,
don't.
I want y'all to get along. I would love nothing more.
That's right.
Like, if
Absolutely.
at this day and age, if I could get another, do you remember the song Ladies Night that had Mary J. Blige, Queen Latifah, Lil Kim, Angie
No.
Martinez? It's
No.
classic.
I'm gonna be,
Definitely look it up.
looking that up. Yeah.
Yes, it was so good, but I wish that we could the rap girlies today could get together and do that,
Oh
but we
my
can't.
gosh. Can you imagine Nicki Minaj and Cardi B?
I feel like the internet would break.
That I would love it.
The internet would break, and I want them to, oh, get it together and do something.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I tell you what we need as a society, speaking of getting together, we need another We Are the World.
Oh my gosh. So, we are the world though. Whenever I'm on Instagram, somebody's always posting the video, like the behinds of them singing.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson's face when some of those people are hitting those notes, he looks visibly pissed.
Does he?
Yes, I'm gonna send you like a clip so you can see.
Okay.
But he looks over it.
Really? I'm so
Yeah.
surprised. Now, you know there's a documentary about it, right?
No, I don't think I knew that.
Think it's on Netflix, not sure, but I think it is. I've watched it and it's really, really good. But gosh, I can't remember the Beatles guy. Oh, what's his name? I can't remember now. Anyway, he didn't know how to sing his part. Yeah, and they were helping him learn how to sing it. It was just sort of a sad thing, but I mean, but you wouldn't know by hearing the song. I mean, it just really flows, right?
I think it all comes together in the end.
But let me tell you, it was a rough go at it.
Wow, I'm gonna have to check that out. I love a good, and this is why I miss old school shows like pop-up videos. I used
Yeah.
to love getting the behind the scenes secrets, when
Yeah.
it comes to making those videos. And just watching music videos is not the same anymore.
Well, they're kind of dull. I don't
Yeah.
even watch them, to be honest with you.
Occasionally I'll put one on and there's no concept, there's nothing here.
I know. I don't know the last time I've actually watched MTV.
I feel honestly, anytime I've heard about MTV anymore, it was because ridiculousness and their 90,000 seasons were just playing all day.
Yeah. Such a shame. That used to be what I lived for.
Yes, MTV, TRL,
VH1,
I
we
used
gotta
to
talk about that too.
love
Yeah.
106 in Park, just amazing times.
Yeah. Yeah.
We took those times for granted because I thought they would just always be here.
Well, we're trying to bring it back, right? With our nostalgia here.
Absolutely. The podcast you didn't want, but you might need.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. We're just here
Yes,
yapping.
absolutely. We love to talk, to love to yap.
Yeah, everything pop culture. New.
Yes, absolutely. Bridging the gap between our generations.
That's right. Different eras, but it's all kind of the same.
Absolutely. And it's
Yeah,
good just to hear different perspectives, and remember wins. Like, what were you doing here and what were you doing there? And
I know. Because Clueless, I mean, I'm thinking about college and these really 2 cute skirts I had, which were kind of like brownish
Mhm.
plaid. And darn it, I got rid of them.
And they're
Why?
coming back.
I know. So there's a lesson here. Don't get rid of your clothes.
Absolutely. Everything, what goes around comes around.
Yeah, exactly. So do you want to tell them what we're going to watch next? Or
Yeah.
should we just hint at it? What do you think?
Let's hint at it, and I'm gonna let you hint at it because
Okay.
I feel like I haven't seen this movie in probably 10 to 15 years, so I feel it's really gonna be a brand new fresh watch for me.
Okay. See, I love this movie. I was actually kind of addicted to this movie. Okay. So here's the quote from it. So maybe our listeners can guess it. You look so good with blonde hair and black roots. It's like not even funny.
Yes, okay. Listeners, if you know what that is, let us know, and we are looking forward to chatting, yapping with you all
Yeah.
again next week.
It's been fun.
Yes, this has been awesome.
Yes. We'll have to do it again soon.
Yes, very
Okay.
soon.
All right.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.